So no, please don't put on makeup. But I'll tell you, I really thought Aaron Marcus had a shot this year. Yeah, no, I guess not. That's twice I was fooled. Anyway, folks, on that rousing note, I'm going to bring up our next performer. You may know her. She's a little famous around here. Her name's Jolanda.
Tonight. Okay. It's not even going to be worth the wait. Alright. So, yeah, thank you everybody for coming out tonight. I love having somebody to talk to. This is great. Give me something to get ready for. I appreciate the light. I got a comment on my necklace earlier, and I like to wear shiny things because it, in the hopes of it taking the focus away from, my crow's feet or my camel toe. Yeah, and I actually recently, I just had my midlife crisis. Midlife, am I saying that right? Oh, I cut my bangs. I cut my bangs, I'm still trying to deal with that. And I don't know what my premenopausal self was thinking about. So, I am so happy to be here at Murphy's. Thank you everybody for coming out tonight. Not just this crazy group here, everybody. I appreciate all of you. My name is Jolanda. That was great pronunciation. Thank you, Jay. And I know that Jolanda is kind of a crazy name, but my mom is from Poland, and she has 4 kids. So you can just imagine how crazy the other names are. There's Danny, Thomas, and Elizabeth. Yeah, so when my siblings are out in the world and they mention their sister Jolanda, they get questions, and I love it. I would say my favorite is, was she adopted? Which, come on, that's just a really nice way to say, what color is she? So my mom's Eastern European, child of an immigrant here, and when we were younger, my mom's from Poland, Roman Catholic from Poland, and my dad is Italian from Lawrence. So there was that balance there where, my dad was funny and fresh and minchia, and, my mom was as serious as life on the potato farm. There was no joking around with that woman. So we would, 4 kids, all around the same age, we'd be hanging out and, let's say watching TV. All fun needed to be stopped for free labor, right? No, should march in, turn the TV off, you have to clean your room. Okay, yeah, Mom, 1 second. No, you say that no to me. And it turned real quick. If we were joking around about something, something that we heard at school and, we're laughing about it, what is so funny? And we'd tell her, and it didn't matter what it was, even if it wasn't even that bad, it would be, are you sick? And, when we were kids, it was dreaded to hear that from my mom. Oh my goodness, it would shame us, this veil of shame over us. But as we were teenagers, we always tried to get the "are you sick" out of my mom. But, now in hindsight, this lady had 4 kids. How much bullshit would I have really dealt with if I had 4 kids? Can't really blame her, I don't think. I think it was more of the fact that she had that many children than, life on the potato farm. So, I have only 1 child, and that's plenty. Plenty if you ask me, but I still get the question out there but doesn't he want a baby brother or a baby sister? No, random lady from Target, he doesn't. He doesn't want a baby anything, but would he want me to pop out a 10-year-old and say, here, go play? Absolutely, it just doesn't work that way. And, the thing about having 1 kid though is that, yeah, we're a rockin' family of 3 and that's a lot of fun, but all of your love and affection and micromanaging goes into this one poor child. So my husband and I will be out on a date, and we're not even halfway through our first drink before I'm did James tell you Isabella was bossy today? How do you think he's gonna do on the new bus? Can we call him? Should we call him? Let me call my son. And my husband has to just put his foot down and be absolutely not. We are grown-ups out on a date. We should only be talking about adult things that we can't say in front of our kid. And I'm I get it. Adult things we can't say in front of our kid. What should we get him for his birthday? It's to a fault, really. So I am happily married, and let's hear it for matrimony, guys. we've been together long enough that, like, of course there are other attractive people out there, right? Like, there's even some stallions here tonight. But I just put in too much work and gotten too comfortable and spent too much time, like, to put myself back on the market just to find a new person to fart on the couch next to. I've done my time, we're good. I'm living the dream. So yeah, so like I said, we've been together for a really long time, and I feel like it's my job standing up here just to like let you guys know, it's a total lie that the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. I have not cooked in 18 years. It's his dick. It's always been his dick. Just stay in its vicinity, and there's your happy marriage. Except for in the morning. Like, who's been duped into touching the morning erection? You sucker. That's not for you. That's not for you. That would be there whether he was sleeping next to you, someone else, or like alone on a park bench. That's not your responsibility. You don't have to worry about that. Men hate that joke. So we're good in that category. The only complaint I have is that he refuses to accept my rules to cuddling, right? So I'm going to demonstrate. So I'm a little spoon, of course. He'll be like rubbing my leg, and I'm like, okay, I think he's up to something. And then like signature move, he goes up to like the side boob. I'm like, he means business. But it's once he gets to right here, get the fuck away from me. Gentlemen, this zone of insecurity, like just skip it. Just skip it. It should be a part of your attack plan. We do not like that. Okay. Women love that joke. So I, love the guy, obsessed with the guy, really. I mean, here's my set about my husband. But I made the mistake recently of actually saying that to him. Like, I told him, like, right, babe? Like, can you even imagine yourself with somebody else? And then it hit me. He imagines himself with someone else. I don't want to know what he thinks about during that time. None of us ladies do. But I do want to go on record saying that if he spends any of that time thinking about me, he is not masturbating to his true potential. Like, have you seen how hot people are? Like, I work out at Planet Fitness, and guys, I know it's a judgment-free zone, but like, life hack, nobody's policing that. I check out everybody. There's some really hot people out there. So we have the one kid, right? Rockin' family of 3. The thing about my child is that he is great and wonderful, but I love when he goes to school. I love teachers. If you're a teacher, please, you're amazing. Let's hear it for teachers. There was this one, they take our kid. I love my kid, but like, gosh, I love the time away from him too. Even one is a lot. It feels like 12 sometimes. So, to think of a teacher and like having a classroom, right? I love this story because it's like, one day I was like, almost a teacher. I'm going to consider myself a teacher that day.
One time, good stuff.
So, my son was in like preschool, and they asked for parent volunteers. So I said, you know what? I'm going to say yes to this shit, and I'm going to be the teacher of the year, right? Check me out. Somehow I thought I had the skills. So I email and I get the confirmation back that I'm going to be volunteering, and I immediately start getting like really nervous because kids are cruel, right? So I'm like, oh my god, they're going to notice my freaking teeth. They're going to call my belly a circle. I don't even know what to expect with these demons. So I wanted them to like me, and I bought these organic fruit pops, right? And all day long it was like, if you're good, Miss Jo has something for you. Miss Jo has a surprise for you. And they were good, but I'm really insecure and I wanted them to like me. So I go and I get the pops and I put them all on a tray. And I walk in like a big shot, and this little girl looks up to me and she says, my mom got those for me before and I don't like them. So kind of like not knowing what to do in that situation, I just said the first thing that came to mind. Then don't fucking have one, Devin. and they've never asked me back. I want another chance. The thing about kids too is that they are unpredictable, right? So my son, there was this time that we were just in the car and it just hit me because I'm a cool mom. So it just hit me one day. I'm like, what's your favorite swim? And he goes, ass. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm a really good mom if that's all it is. And he goes, no, horse is ass. And I was like, okay, that's really funny. Don't say that at school, but that's hilarious. Great. And a couple couple weeks later, my brother comes over, and they make those, like, you know, like the cans and the string, like, you know, play operator. And they're going back and forth, and, you know, it's fun, making memories. And my son looks, he, like, is thinking of something to say, and he looks at me. And I was like, go ahead, buddy, you can swear. And he takes the thing, and he goes, fucking asshole!